the Dyatlov Pass Incident. What really happened that night? In 1959, 9 Soviet hikers ventured into the freezing Ural mountains. They were experienced, prepared, and highly trained. What happened next turned into one of the scariest unsolved mysteries ever, right? Their tent was found ripped open from the inside, like something wild happened. Some folks were totally barefoot in the snow, and it was wild. One had a totally shattered skull, and the other was missing his tongue. It's like a mystery that no one can quite figure out, right? Alright, so here's the scoop on the Dyatlov Pass Incident. It's a wild story that's got everyone talking. You won't believe what happened that day. It'll make you rethink everything. It was January 23rd, 1959. Just 23 and already an engineering student. Took a group of 9 adventurous hikers on an epic trek through the stunning Ural Mountains in Soviet Russia. The team was made up of 8 guys and 2 gals, super fit, young, and totally experienced in mountain adventures. What's their goal? What are they really trying to achieve here? They were imagining standing at the base of a Torten mountain, a hidden gem in northern Russia. They're aiming to be back by February 12th, just in time for the fun. No word from them at all, which is super eerie, right? Finally, on February 20th, after everyone started to worry, a search party was sent out. What they found would haunt investigators for decades, but that day came and went, just like that. On February 26th, the searchers finally stumbled upon the group's tent, half buried in snow, and it was a shocking sight. It was like something from a horror movie slashed open from the inside, right? Everything they owned was packed in there. Warm coats, sturdy boots, and all the supplies they needed. But the hikers were gone, just like that. One by one, bodies started showing up. The first 2 were found near a tree, barefoot, in only underwear, lying in the snow. A few hundred meters away, 3 more bodies, including Dyatlov's, were found, crawling toward the tent. Then months later, the last 4 were discovered in a ravine, partially buried under snow. One had a shattered skull, another had broken ribs, as if hit by a car, yet there were no wounds. One woman was missing her tongue, eyes, and part of her face. Now the big question: what happened? The Soviet government first said it was an avalanche. Others blamed katabatic winds, sudden, violent gusts of wind that could have forced them to flee the tent in panic, or missing tongue. A creepy theory suggests infrasound caused hallucinations, but experts argued the slope was too shallow and the tent wasn't buried deep enough. Plus, the injuries didn't match typical avalanche trauma. Some witnesses nearby claimed to see strange lights in the sky that night, but that still doesn't explain the internal injuries. Winds hitting the mountain could have created a low-frequency sound that induced panic, disorientation, and even madness. It's real science, and some say it could have made them lose their minds. A few hikers had burn marks and radioactive traces on their clothing. To this day, the Russian government still hasn't offered a clear answer. Was it nature, madness, a military cover-up, or something unexplainable? Could it have been something not of this earth? A chilling theory suggests they wandered into a Soviet weapons test zone, bombs, sonic weapons, something experimental. In the middle of the night, some of the injuries resembled blast trauma, but there was no external damage. In 2019, they reopened the case and again claimed an avalanche. If this story chilled you to the bone, hit subscribe. But many experts and the victims' families disagree. What caused these young hikers to flee into a freezing wilderness, barefoot? Let us know in the comments. What do you think happened at Dyatlov Pass? This mystery is still unsolved, and the truth may never be known. But one thing's for sure: the mountains remember what happened, and they're not telling. We uncover the creepiest real events, facts they can't explain. Until next time, stay curious, stay safe, stay awake.